A wise man doesn't love a million women at the same time, but he loves one woman in a million ways. Hello everyone, welcome once again to Spicy Talk with Onwadia. It's always a delight to have you join me here on this channel. In case this is your first time of coming across this channel, I am Onwadia. Please consider subscribing after this particular video. And for you, my returning subscribers, what can I say? Thank you so much for always giving me the support needed all the time. So guys, let us look into how to know he's into you. How do you know your man loves you? What are the signs? What are his love language? What are the things he says, to prove that he truly loves you? And this is what I want to treat today. Some of you may be wondering, does he truly love me? I don't know if he loves me. I don't know if he's into me. How do I know he truly loves me? When a man loves you, the things he says to you sound like music. Pay attention to the notes of this music, because with that, you will know if he loves you. Now, the first thing about knowing when a man loves you is affirmation. A man who truly loves you will always confess it. Confession. He will always confess and profess his love for you. He will always give you the assurance of love. He will always profess his love. No man can claim to be in love with you when he cannot even affirm the love. When he can't even confess the love. I love you. It is not just saying I love you, but giving you that assurance you want to hear. Women are naturally moved by what they hear, while men are naturally moved by what they see. So, for a man to really prove that he loves you, he ought to confess it. Confession. Profess the love. At every opportunity, he wants to assure you that he loves you. He wants to assure you that you are the only woman in his life. He wants to assure you and reassure you over and over that you mean the entire world to him. His world revolves around you. He wants to say those sweet words. He wants to say those beautiful words that sounds like sweet music to your ears. You cannot close your mouth and expect me to know you love me. So say it, guys. Say it and assure her. The next note you should pay attention to when you're listening to this sweet music is, I am on the way. What do I mean by that? When a man can always assure you to be there for you, it's a keynote. Whenever you call, he assures you that he is there for you. You don't look for him when you are in need. You don't look for him when you need a shoulder to lean on. You don't look for him when you need a companion. You don't look for him when you need a friend. You don't look for him when you need, a trusted person to confide in. You don't look for him. I'm on the way. I am there for you, baby. I am there for you, my love. Love is a beautiful thing. So you cannot claim to love a woman, or a man cannot claim to be in love with you when he will not even be there for you when you need him. He has to be present in your life. When I mean present when he is needed, present as a friend, present as a lover, present as a companion, present as a soulmate. You don't stay far away and assure me when I need you and you claim to be in love. Ladies, a man who is not there is never going to be there. When you need him and you have to look for him or you have to beg for his presence, he is not in love with you. A man who is in love wants to be there when he is needed, not always absent and comes only when he needs sex from you. Shows up only when he needs something from you. A man who always comes to your house to knock when he needs you, when he feels the need to relieve himself, is not in love with you. He's looking for just your body. When you need him financially, is he even there to help? When you need his advice, is he even there to listen to you? When you need a shoulder to cry on, is he even there to give you a shoulder to lean on? To give you advice when needed? To support you, your career, your vision, your education, your dreams, your aspirations? Is he there? I am there for you is a note you should look out for. Then another key note to this music you should listen to is, how are you feeling? This key note represents caring, concern, compassion, and mindfulness. When a man cannot care for you, he is not in love with you. When he cannot show concern, he is not in love with you. If he's not compassionate, he is not in love with you. If he's not mindful of your existence, of what you do, of your life, of everything you do, he is not in love with you. How are you feeling? Represents a whole lot. When you're sick, when you're down, is it there to even show concern? There are a lot of men out there, like they are not compassionate at all. That feeling of compassion is not in them. How can you even live your life with such a man? How do you even live with a man who cannot show compassion, who is not mindful of things that concerns you, only himself, who is just selfish and self-centered, only about himself? Compassion means a lot to women. Caring, it means a lot to women. How are you feeling? How are you doing? How has your day been? How is your day going? How is your family? How is your business? How is work? How is studies? It's showing concern. That is showing concern. He cares. He wants to know how you're doing. He wants to know how your day is going. He wants to know how studies is going. He wants to know how your family are doing. He wants to know. He's showing care. If he's not doing all that, he's not paying attention, and you are the only one showing this caring attitude, you are dating yourself. You are in a relationship alone. Then another one is, I want to make you happy. Is a very important note in this music of love. I want to make you happy. How do I make you happy? How do I love you a million ways? How do I prove my love? How do I show that I love, that I'm in love with you? What makes you happy? A man who loves you wants to make you happy, wants to see you happy. Not just saying I love you. I love you, backing it up with actions. I love you. But how? How does he show this love? How is it proving this love? A man who wants to make you happy will do everything to see you happy. Not a man who makes you cry. He is not an onion. A man shouldn't make you cry all the time. A man who loves you hates seeing your tears. He wouldn't want to see you cry all the time. I love you, but I want to make you happy. If you love me, show me. If you love me, make me happy. Is he making you happy? Do you feel happy around him? Do you feel joy around him? Do you feel peace around him? How is he even, what effort is he putting into to make you happy? Remember, money is not the only way to make a woman happy. Money is not the only way. You don't just throw money all the time. A man who gives you only money to make you happy doesn't truly love you. There are 1001 ways to make a woman happy, not just with money alone. Money is good, but it's not the only way to happiness. Like I mentioned earlier on, showing concern, showing compassion, being affectionate, being there, companionship, caring. All these things also make a woman happy. He will look for what makes you happy and he will do those things. What makes you happy becomes his priority. What makes you happy gives him concern. He will be, he goes to sleep thinking about how to make you happy. He wakes up having you in mind. This is how you know he loves you. Now he uses this phrase, we. A man who loves you is not selfish. He begins to look at the future with you together. Not me, myself, and I. No, it becomes us, we, ours, because he puts you into consideration in all his decisions. Whatever he's doing, he's thinking about the future with you. Not I am going to, but we will, or we are. He's not saying this is mine. He says this is ours. He will not just say I, he say we. Watch out for the phrase he uses whenever he's making certain important decisions. Does he put you into consideration? Does he think about you? Does he include you while making certain decisions? Watch out for this phrase he used whenever he's making certain decisions, because he includes you. He's thinking about you. He's thinking about spending the future with you, being in the future with you. He's thinking about spending the rest of his life with you. This proves that he loves you. He doesn't want to lose you. He considers you. So when you're in a relationship and the man is always centered around himself alone, watch out. If he loves you, he's going to always include you in important decisions. He's always going to think about you when talking. He's always going to consider you when making certain future decisions. He loves you when he does these things. Then let's talk. This keynote, let's talk, baby. What does it mean? It means communication, dialogue. Wanting to be with you, wanting to talk with you. You are the one person in this world he always wants to talk to. He never gets tired of communicating with you, of talking with you. He always wants to check up on you and call you just to listen to the sound of your voice. Not a man that wakes up, he doesn't even check up on you. He doesn't even call you to know how you're doing, if you slept well, and then he goes to work. You don't even get to hear from him till you call. Even when you call, he doesn't even pick. And then when he picks, he talks to you within a minute, he is done, and then he hangs up. Hello? A man who is in love with you wants to hear your voice, because your voice is a music to his soul. A man who loves you can talk to you for hours without getting tired. He's never tired of your voice. He's never tired of listening to you. He's never tired. Let's talk. He always wants to trash out any little misunderstanding. He will not want it to escalate. Dialogue, communication is key in relationship, and a man who loves you will leave the line open at all times. Even when he's busy and it's not convenient, he can actually let you know that it is not convenient and he's going to call back. And he will do that. There are women in relationship who don't even get to communicate with their men. Like, communication is forced. You call him, he feigns being busy. He doesn't even have anything to say. Hello, hi, how are you doing? Fine, okay. Have you eaten? Fine, okay, bye. I'll talk to you again. I don't know if you've experienced this. The communication is just tight. Like, it's tight. You're struggling to get to hear him. You're struggling to be heard. Communication is key. A man who is in love with you will leave the communication line open at all time. At all time. And I mean it, at all time. Women in love knows this. Like, you can talk for hours without getting tired. It's very key. Then another note you should pay attention to is, he's saying it, let's make it official. Let's take it to another level. Let's take it to the next level. Not a man leaving you to assume or wonder, leaving you hanging. You don't know what he wants with you. He will propose. He will talk about marriage. He will talk about spending the rest of his life with you. He will talk about you being the woman of his dream. He will ask you to be his woman, his wife, his better half. Don't be in a relationship for years not knowing where you stand in that relationship, and then he won't even say it, but you both are dating 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. He has not popped to the question. 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, he's yet to pop the question. 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, you are still hanging there. What are you waiting for? Is that a relationship you want to be in for years, and then one day he wakes up and then it's over between you two? Say, God forbid. He will ask you to be his wife. He will say it, not just letting you figure it out yourself. Why do I need to figure it out myself? You need to say it. So if you have been in a relationship for long and he's not popping the question, trust me, he will dump you soon. It has always happened. You have no future together. He has nothing to lose, but you have everything to lose. He has wasted your time, wasted your years. So a man who loves you will do all this. A man who loves you will say all this. Action and word works together. You cannot just say it without backing it up with action. They work hand in hand, hand in hand. So for you to know your man truly loves you, watch out for this. As you're listening to his beautiful music, look out for these keynotes that will help you know that he's truly in love with you, and you know you're not wasting your time with him. Love is a beautiful thing. God, everyone deserves to be in love. Everyone deserves a man who truly loves them. Same as a woman. Every man as well deserves a woman who loves them. Love is a beautiful thing, and I wish that you experience it if you haven't. And if you are already in it and you are experiencing it, I wish for it to be sweeter and sweeter, like a wine, like an old wine that never gets spoiled but gets better by the day. May your love last forever. That is my wish for you. Alright guys, don't forget to leave me a comment. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, consider subscribing until I come your way again with another interesting topic. I remain Onwadia. For now, I say bye-bye. And I love you guys.